Okay, so come lying down on your mat. So just find a comfortable position lying down. So I don't normally do everything, I don't normally demonstrate lying down, so I'll be sitting giving the instructions. So if you want to lie down, coming into the corpse pose with your arms by your side, a little bit of room between the arms and the armpits, and a little bit of room between the legs, and let just the feet fall to the side wherever they do. And letting the body just sink down on the floor. And close your eyes and feel the contact between your body and the floor. So really feeling those contact points between the body and the floor. And we'll start with a short relaxation. So on your next breath in, tense your right leg, lift your right leg up a couple of centimeters off the floor, not too high at all, really tensing that leg. And then when you need to breathe out, just let it fall and flop. So it should be making a little bit of a noise. We create a lot of tension to then eventually allow the body to relax. So inhale your left leg up, tensing that leg, really tensing. If you're comfortable retaining your breath, do. Otherwise, just use an exhalation to just let that leg flop and fall off the floor. Now tense your hips, so leaving everything else on the floor, really tensing the hips, and then holding your breath if possible, or otherwise just use an exhalation to come down, releasing the hips. So next, make a tight fist with your hands, so really tensing the hands. Lifting the hands off the floor a few centimeters, tensing as much as you can, a little bit more perhaps, and then use the exhalation to just let go of the hands. Now tense the chest, really tensing the chest, squeezing the shoulder blades together, lifting the chest, everything else remains on the floor, really tensing, and then letting go completely. And now bring your shoulders in the direction of the ears, really tensing. And then bring the shoulders away as if your fingers will touch your feet. And then just relax in the center. And now we will squeeze all the facial muscles. So squeezing all the facial muscles. Imagine you've eaten a sour lemon. Really squeezing all these muscles and then letting go. And now open your eyes, open your mouth, bring your tongue out, and when you bring your tongue out, really opening the mouth wide and stretching all the facial muscles this time. And releasing. And close the eyes again. And then using an exhalation, turning the neck to one side. And then using the inhalation to come back to the center. Exhale to the other side, opposite side. And inhaling back to the center. And now bring your hands on your belly, on your abdomen, with your fingers just about touching. So feeling the contact between your hands and the belly. And we will practice a few abdominal breaths. So before we do that, just checking in with yourself, where your breath is, how you're feeling with your natural breath. And now we are going to intentionally try and deepen the breath. And to deepen the breath means we're going to breathe into the abdomen. So inhaling, imagine there is a balloon inside your stomach, and it's being filled up with air. And then exhaling, the balloon deflates and goes back down. So inhale, the stomach inflates, and exhale, the stomach deflates. So when you inhale, your fingers will just go apart a little bit. And then when you exhale, the fingers just come and touch again. So just carrying on with a deep abdominal breath. So for those of you who are used to this, to the full yogic breathing, so we go into the abdominal breath and then we breathe a little bit more into the chest as well. So into the abdomen first, carry on breathing a little bit more and we can feel it in the chest. And then slowly chest down, abdomen down. So a couple more of this. If you want to stay with the abdominal breath, stay. Inhale, abdomen, a little bit more to the chest. Exhale, chest down, abdomen down. So now we will add the shoulder area. So inhale, belly out, chest, and then the clavicle and the shoulders as well. So we're breathing into every single space that's available for us. And then exhaling, shoulders down, chest down, and abdomen down. So this shouldn't be feeling like a strain. If it does, then stick with the abdominal breath. So inhaling whatever level you like. So abdomen, stay there. If you can, a little bit more to the chest and a little bit more shoulder area, the clavicles, and then exhaling down. So now we'll do 3 more breaths in your own time. So trying to stay present with your breath. So you can count 3 breaths backward, 3 breath in, 3 breath out. So whichever breath feels good for you. And now, wherever you are, let go of that breath. And bringing the arms up and overhead behind you onto the ground. And then push your heels away from you. So your toes comes towards you, your heels away, a full body stretch. And then coming up to a sitting position. So slowly coming onto one side. So taking your time, there's no rush. And then when you're ready, we will start. So coming into a nice sitting position with your spine straight. So any comfortable position that works for you. If you're at home and on a chair, that is okay too. So you can be on a chair. And so closing your eyes here, so you can bring your thumb and your forefinger to touch. The remaining 3 fingers are quite taut, and just putting them anywhere on your knees, or you can just adopt any position with your hands that is comfortable and restful for you. So just closing the eyes. I normally start my class with the sound of Om. This is simply to unify our energies and to signify to the body that the class is about to begin. And this is the time for you, the time that we take a little trip between us and our body. And so if you want to join me. I know you're all on mute, but chant with me if you like. The vibrations feel good. So inhaling to prepare. And then exhale all together. Now inhale to Om. Om. I also will recite a little prayer that I normally do at the beginning of the class. And there is the translation that I've put in the chat for you. And I will just read the translation if you can't get to your chat. So it says, may we, that is the teacher and the students, be protected together. May we, the teacher and the student, be nourished together by this practice. May we both work together with great energy. And may our study, in this case, this practice, be enlightening and not give rise to hostility. So I will just recite it in Sanskrit. Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Saviryam Karavavahe Tejasvinavadhitamastu Ma Vitvishavahe. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Shanti means peace. And so opening your eyes, and we're going to be getting ready for the practice in a second. So we will come into a standing position. So standing to the front of your mat. If you haven't got a mat, you can just use the carpet or a blanket or anything that will just give you a little bit of protection with your knees. So coming towards the front of your mat, and just tuck your pelvis under a little bit and bring the hands into prayer. So we will set ourselves a little bit of an intention for our practice and what it is that we're going to be working on today. So we're going to be using a similar affirmation that we did last week, which is about feeling grounded and secure, and also saying that we can adjust to this situation. So we feel grounded and secure, and we can adjust to this situation. So repeating it one more time, we feel grounded and secure, and we feel we can adjust to this situation. So now we're just going to prepare for a little bit of movement. So inhale and exhale your palms together at the sternum. So inhale, coming up into a little bit of a back bend, bending from the upper back or the middle back. And then with an exhalation coming down, bend your knees as much as you need to, make contact with the ground and let the head hang. So just, if you can get the palm of your hands on the floor, do so. And then we're going to bring the right leg back, the right knee on the floor, looking up to the ceiling. And just taking a couple of breaths here. And now we're going to transition into a plank pose. So coming into all fours first. And then the upper body doesn't move at all. Slide one leg back, keeping the upper body completely still, and then just lifting the other one, the other leg. So if this is a little bit too strong for you today, feel free to drop your knees down. That's absolutely okay. So make any adjustment as you need to. This is your practice. Make it your own. So in plank pose. And then we're just going to go from plank pose to the child pose. The child pose means bringing the buttocks to the heels and just resting there. So with the child pose, you can choose how far you have your knees. The knees can be quite together, or they can be quite wide apart. And if your forehead gets to the floor, let it go there. If not, you can just make a little bit of a tripod with your hands and hold your chin there nicely. Then close your eyes. So you choose your version of the child pose. So your arms can be in the front, can be at the back, or in the tripod position, you choose. So this is the child pose. And then we'll come back to all fours. And then we're going to go into downward dog from here, so which is bringing the hips up. You can come up with bent knees and then straightening the knees and come up. So quite a bit of room between the ears and the shoulders. Again, if this is too much for you, you can just be on your knees. And now we bring the left foot down and the right foot in, the left knee down, sorry, and then the right foot in between the hands, and then we look up. And then we bring the back foot to meet the front foot, let the head hang. And now we bend our knees, straighten the back nicely, so the back is nice and flat. And then using the strength of the legs and the arms, coming up, a little bit of a back bend, and then hands back into prayer. So we'll do that again, leading with the left leg this time. So feel free to make any adjustment that you like. So inhale, exhale, the palms together. Inhale, arms up, a little bit of a back bend, not too much. Exhale, coming down, letting the head hang. Bend your knees as much as you like. Bring the palm of your hands or your fingers on the floor, whichever you can do. Bend your knees as much as you need to. Inhale, the left leg back, the left knee on the floor, coming up, looking up to the ceiling again. So come to the tip of your fingers, and also just make sure that your knees, your right knee is directly above your right heel. And then we'll transition into the plank pose. So if you can transition in one go, you can. Otherwise, we all come into all fours. Keep the upper body immobile. Slide one leg and then slide the other, staying there. So in this plank pose, I'm just letting the body go. If you need to bring your knees down, please do. And then slowly now we all bring our knees down, uncurl the toes, and then we'll go back into the child pose. So you choose. So taking a breath, or a couple of breaths in child pose. And then bring your hands back into all fours. And then curl your toes under. You can keep the knees bent. And then you can begin to straighten them slowly. And let the heel fall in the direction of the floor if they do. So the hip go as far high up as they possibly can. And then slowly bring the right knee on the floor. And then bring the left foot in between the hands. Come on the tip of your fingers and look up. And then bring the back foot to meet the front foot. Bend your knees, flatten the back, bring the arms back. And then coming up into a nice stretch, little bit of a back bend. And then bring the hands into prayer position, then down. So this is a modified version of a sun salutation. So we're going to do, it's slightly different now, but I will also give people options to do things as they wish. So we'll start again. Inhale, exhale, the palms together at the sternum. Inhale, arms up, a little bit of a back bend. Exhale, come down, let the head hang. Bend your knees as much as you need to. Let the hands be flat on the floor if you can. And then inhale, the right leg back, the right knee on the floor, looking up. And now we're going to transition into the plank pose again. So all fours, upper body doesn't move, one leg, slide the other, and just stay here. And in the plank pose, as you know, we smile and we enjoy. If it's too much, bring your knees down at any point in time. Okay, so now this bit is going to be a bit different to what we did. So if you feel like you want to go back in the child pose as we did, do. Otherwise, come with me to the next few poses. So uncurl your toes, bring the knees down. So option is to go into child pose, or otherwise we're going to go down into 8-point pose. So slowly keeping the elbows in, bring the chest down, bring the forehead down on the floor. The buttock hovers in the air. Slide the body into one straight line. And then we'll come into baby cobra. So lifting the arms up, using the strength of your upper back to come up. So bring the hands down and then coming up into downward dog. So curl your toes under, coming into downward dog. So now we're going to bring the right foot in between the hands. So you can do what we used to do, which is bring the left knee down. Or if you can bring it in one go, you can just bring the right foot in between the hands like so. And then looking up to the ceiling. Bring your hands, bring your left foot to meet your front foot. Let the head hang. Bend your knees, arms back. Coming up, back bend. And then hands into prayer. And hands by your side. So we go again, leading with the left foot this time. So inhale, exhale your palms together. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, let the head hang. Make contact with the floor, bend your knees as much as you need to. Inhale, left leg back, left foot, knee on the floor. Come on the tip of your fingers, looking up. So transition into the plank pose. So all fours, one leg back, and then the upper body stays immobile, and you're looking just slightly ahead of the mat so that the back of the neck is straight. And in this position, you have got one straight line between the head and the toes. And at any time, if you need to go down, go down. Otherwise, if you're really enjoying this, you can smile again and hold. And then slowly with control, bring the knees down, uncurl the toes. So at this point, you've got the option of being in child pose. Otherwise, come down, keeping the elbows in, and bring the chest down and the forehead down, buttocks in the air. Slide the body into one straight line. Keep the feet together, coming up, looking to the ceiling, bringing your hands down, and then coming back up into downward dog or inverted V. So coming up, if you need to walk your feet a little bit forward, do so, or walk your hand back, whatever you need to do. So there should be quite a bit of room, distance between the head and the shoulders and the ear. And the head kind of goes in the direction of the floor. Doesn't have to touch. So just enjoying here, and if you can release your heel to the floor, do so. And now we need to bring the left foot in between the hands, so you can bring the right knee down first, or you can just in one go, bringing the left foot in between the hands, whatever you feel, right? And then looking up to the ceiling, and then bring the back foot to meet the front foot. And then we'll go the same. So bend the knees, arms back, coming up, back bend, and hands into prayer, and hands by your side. So just coming, resting for a couple of seconds here. And then we will come lying down on the floor. So come lying down comfortably on your mat. And we'll just let the body rest for a few seconds. before we do our next exercise, our next pose. So lying down on your mat into the corpse pose, just like we started the class. So coming down, letting a bit of room between the arms and the armpit, and just close your eyes. And it could well be that the sun salutation might have got your heart rate up a little bit. And if it did, one good way of bringing your heart rate down quickly is to elongate the exhalation. So inhale for a count of whatever you like, and then exhale for a little bit longer. So inhale for a count of 2, and then make the exhale slow. So 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever you feel like. So the idea is to inhale and to exhale, making the exhalation longer than the inhalation. And in most of my classes, unless I actually specifically say so, the inhalation and the exhalation are always through the nose. So, so we're breathing in and out through the nostrils. So letting the body sink into the floor. And if you want to practice a few deep breathing here, you can do. And if you feel like you can close your eyes, keeping the attention focus inward. And now we're going to do the next pose, which is the half boat pose. So I will demonstrate this, but I will also try and talk through it. So we're lying down on the floor. We're bending the left knee. The right leg is outstretched. The hands are facing the side of the legs. The palm of the hands facing the side of the legs, as the hands are when you're walking. So I'll just demonstrate first. So we'll inhale. We'll tense everything. We'll just lift the leg up a few centimeters and the head up. So we look at the big toe, at the toes, not just the big one. And then when we need to breathe out, we'll come down. So now you come with me. So left knee bent. Bring your hands quite close to the body and tighten everything. Inhaling, tighten the stomach, lift the head up. Lift the leg up just a few centimeters and look at your toes. And then when you need to breathe out, just let go, come down on the floor. So we'll do 2 more of these. So inhaling, coming up, looking at the toes, tensing the whole of the front of the body, and then exhale down. One last time. Inhale, right leg up, tensing everything, and exhaling, legs down. So now we're going to repeat the practice on the left leg, so you can use your own breath. So inhale, so bending the right leg. Inhale, lift the left leg up and the arms up a few centimeters from the floor. And then with the exhalation, let go. So using your own breath. 2 more, inhaling in your own time, lift the left leg up, tensing the whole of the front of the body, the leg as well. And then with the exhalation, just let everything go. And 1 more time, inhaling, lifting the left leg, tensing, and then exhaling down. Now you can do 2 more on each side, or if you want to come with me, we'll do double legs. And sorry, if you feel like you've done one and then it's a bit too much for the body today, then just repeat what we've done with a single leg. So I'll talk through the double leg. So inhaling, tensing everything, the arms, the legs, and everything you've got. So you might feel a little bit of shake in your stomach. And then using the exhalation, let go. 3 more like this, or if it's too much, then do a couple on each legs, on each side of the legs. So coming up, both legs up, not too much, just a few centimeters, the arms by the side, tensing the arms, tensing the abdomen, the stomach, everything you've got, and then let go. 2 more. So tensing the abdomen first, coming up, not too high. If you lift your legs too high, it doesn't have the same effect at all. And then let go. And one last time, coming up, tensing. And then letting go completely. So just relaxing in this position now. Once you've done 4. So really taking your time to relax. And again, focusing on the breath. So when there is a lot of things going on, a lot of stresses going on, it accumulates in our stomach area. And working with this exercise kind of helps to dissipate that energy and relaxes our stomach and the rest of our body. So this is a very good one to do in this time when there is a lot of uncertainty around, when we know that we are absorbing stresses from outside. So just taking a few breaths. And the breath also is a good indication of how we are feeling. The breath and the state of the mind are inextricably linked. And by being able to control the breath, we are activating the parasympathetic nervous system. That is asking the body to relax. It's giving the reassurance of the body. There is no need to fight and flight. You can now relax. So by changing purposefully the pattern of our breath in a yoga practice, we allow and we train our body to relax. So now, coming up into a sitting position, and with your legs in front of you. So we're going to do a forward bend in a second. So we're just going to bend the right leg and the right knee also. So you want your back to be straight. So it may well be that you want to put your leg quite far away from you. So just making sure that your back is straight. If your back is kind of rounded when you bring your foot towards you, then by bringing it away, this will allow your body to be straight. So just taking a moment here. And we will face the left leg, and then we will just bend as much as we can. So from the hip, so just let go. So you don't have to go very far, just a little bit, letting the back relax. And if you want to round your back, you can do as well. And if you want to hold your toes, you can, or the hands can just be on the floor. So the forward bend is quite a nice position again. It just focuses the attention inside. And just see whether you're holding tension in your left leg. If you are, then you can just let go of that a little bit. So just staying in that position, taking a couple of breaths. And then coming up And now we will just bring that leg a little bit to the side, and then bringing the left leg to the side a little bit, and then bringing the right foot wherever it goes along the side of the left leg. So we're just going to do a little bit of a stretch here. So bring your right hand on top of the left hand, wherever you are, and then slide your right hand along your left arm, coming to the shoulder, and keeping the right hand on the shoulder and looking at your right elbow. And then coming back down, bringing the hand back to meet the left hand. So we'll do that 2 more times. So inhale, stretch the right hand across, and bring the right hand to the right shoulder, looking at your elbow. And then using an exhalation, coming back down to the original position. And now one last time. So with your inhalation, using your own breath, coming up, and then we'll stay in this position and breathe. So you can stay here, or if you like, you can extend the right arm. So a diagonal, a straight line between the left hand and the right hand. So you can look wherever you like. If you want to close your eyes, if you want to look in the direction of the top hand, or just anywhere else that feels good for you. So a lot of my classes is done with closed eyes. Once you get used, once you know what you're doing. So just breathing here. And now we bring the left hand to the right knee, and then bring the right hand behind us, and we'll do a little bit more of a twist if this feels good for you. So inhaling, and then using the exhalation to do a little bit of a twist if that feels good. So don't overdo anything. I can't see you, otherwise I would be able to offer advice based on how your body shape is and what you're doing. But unfortunately, this is not an option today. So you are on your own, and in fact, the best judge of what's happening in your body than I could ever be in any case. So, and then slowly coming back to the center. And then we'll do the same thing on the other side. So this time, outstretch the right leg, bring the left foot anywhere on the inside of the right leg. And we're facing forward at this point in time. And then you can just make sure that you're sitting on the sit bone. So if you need to just move and get some of the flesh out, just to make sure you're sat comfortably. And then you move that foot based on where it needs to be, so that your back is completely straight. So again, we can bring the arms up and the shoulders down, and then go bending from the hips. Just go wherever you go. So let the head hang, relaxing, and releasing any tension in that right leg. So you don't really need the right leg tense in this position. So just see whether you're tensing a little bit. And if you are, just encourage the muscles to relax. So breathing in this position. So keeping your attention on the breath. So our connection is between us and the breath. And this is our connection to the present moment. And then slightly just turning the right foot to the side and bringing the left wherever it feels comfortable. So if you just need to readjust your position here, And then we're going to do the same twist that we did, the same extensions that we did. So bring your right hand anywhere where it goes very comfortably on your right leg, and then bring the left hand on top. So with an inhalation, keeping that touch on your body, touching your body, and leaving the left hand on the left shoulder. So with every stroke of your body, you are giving yourself self-care. Exhaling, coming down, back down. So 2 more, inhaling, nourishing the body, leaving the left hand on the left shoulder, and then coming back down. 1 more, inhale, up. So the left hand is on the left shoulder. You can leave it here. Now we breathe normally. You can either extend the hand, the left arm and the left hand, looking at the left hand, or you can look wherever you feel comfortable, or just leave it on the shoulder or down, whatever feels good for you. So now bringing the right hand onto your left knee. And then we're just gonna, we're just gonna go in that position slightly differently now. So bring your left hand in front, your left arm in front of you, looking at your left middle finger, and then slowly bring it round and then to the side, letting it be behind your body, and a little bit of a twist. So make sure that your body is not gone, you're not bending, but your back is nice and straight. It doesn't matter how far you go. And the back hand can be quite close to you. And you can bend that arm as well. So just, again, seeing where any tension is. And ask yourself the question whether that tension needs to be there in this position. If so, let it be. If not, then see what you can do about it. And then slowly coming back to the center. And we're just going to do 2 more poses. So we're going to come actually up into standing, facing the long side of our mat. So as I said earlier on, so the theme of today's class is to feel grounded, but also having the ability to adjust. So we'll just do a few like really fluid movements just to cultivate that sense of being a bit fluid. So I will just demonstrate what we'll do. So I call this pose or this movement sweeping the floor because it hasn't got a name. So basically we just bend and then just as if you are sweeping the floor, or, you know, just a nice flowy movement. So join me when you're ready. So bending each knee at a time and just letting go, let the head hang, and then just move. Just feel that fluidity in the body. And you can touch the ground if you like, or if you're not touching the ground, that's okay too. So you don't have to touch the ground. You can just go side to side slowly. One more. And then now when you reach your left leg, so turn and face the left leg, bring the right knee on the floor. So this is a position that we did in the sun salutation. So coming here, and now bring the hands on your, bring the left hand and the right hand on your left knee. If you're doing the opposite side, it doesn't matter at all. So now bring the hands into prayer. So this is a nice pose, and it's a nice balancing pose as well. So you might feel like you take a little bit of time to adjust. So you can stay here in this pose. And if you feel like you've got the flexibility in the hips, you can go a little bit further, but just do what's right for your body. So don't overdo anything. And if you think, oh, I've gone a bit too far, then back out. So you can bring your hands up if you like, or you can just stay here, or if you need to bring your legs back, whatever you feel that you need to do. So open your eyes in this pose. It's a bit of a balancing pose, so you need your eyes open to help you balance. So bringing the arms up if you like, or you can stay here. Bring the shoulders down. And if you like, you can go into a little bit of a back bend without overdoing it. Just a little bit of a back bend. So there's a lot going on here. There's balance. There's a back bend. There is a stretch in the front of the thighs. So just staying here for a few breaths. So breathing in this position. And then, so if you can come up, or you can just come up in whatever position you like. So if you can come, just come up into, bring the back knee up. The front knee is bent. So just staying here in a bit of a lunge. If this is too much for you, then just leave the knee down, or just adjust into a standing position, whatever you feel like. And then turning to face the middle of the room again. And then we'll do a little bit more sweeping, as if it wasn't clean enough. Come on, go for it. Just swaying, going with the flow, letting the body hang nicely. And then now, when you face the opposite foot, so just coming down, so I'm now facing my right, but you face whichever side you haven't done yet. So, and then coming up, bringing the hands on the knee, and then you can bring the hands in prayer. So if you like, you can bring the arms up if it feels good. Release the shoulders. We don't want any tension in the shoulders. And if you are comfortable, you can go for a little bit of a back bend. You can adjust your stance, whatever you feel like. Couple more breaths here, feeling strong, feeling quite grounded, with quite a lot of contact with the floor, but also feeling that you can get what you want, you can adjust, and it's feeling quite strong in this pose as well. And then coming back, and then bringing your hands in prayer. So if you can come up without putting your hands on the floor, do so. If you need to get your hands on the floor, then do. So coming up, both knees are bent, or just adjust to whatever position you want. So this is just transitioning into a standing pose, so do what you like. And then we'll come back to the center and back to the front of our mat. So our next pose is the tree pose. So we will, some people feel that it's probably easier to balance off the mat. So if you want to do that, you can, or if you feel like you want to stay on your mat, do so. So if you're not used to balancing, so just stay with any of the preliminary poses. So now feel grounded on your left leg. Come on the tip of your right foot, of your right toes. So just opening the chest, opening the hips a little bit, bringing the right knee to the side. And again, well, bring your hands to your hips to ensure that the hips are square and not gone to one side. So just staying here and feeling that strength in your left leg. So before we do anything else, you want to make sure that you're standing through all the corners of the left foot. So if this feels good, so you want to be focusing on one point. So it can be a point in front of you and a point that's preferably not moving. So you can bring your hands in prayer and just staying here. So tall, and you can just stay here for the tree pose. So it's a little bit of a balance just by being in this pose. So stay here if this is where your body is at today. And then if you feel comfortable, you can bring that foot up to wherever it goes. So I would advise that you do not put it on the knee, because you can just jerk the knee. So either if you're very comfortable to put it above the knee, you can, or otherwise just below the knee and staying here. So focusing on that point that is not moving. So you can use your big toe of the left foot to balance a little bit if you need to. And just feeling how grounded you are despite being on one leg. So you can feel the roots underneath your foot going to the ground, grounding you. So if you're still happy balancing, you can bring your arms up, but again, relax the shoulders. If it brings tension to the shoulders, then it's not worth doing, then just come back here. So now again, opening your branches if that feels good. Keep looking at your point. So opening the branches, visualizing the leaves of that tree, that beautiful tree, of that solid oak tree, and nutrients going through your body into those leaves, that sense of nourishment and that sense of feeling grounded. And so if you're still very happy balancing, you can bring your gaze up. That might destabilize you, but if not, then staying there. And then we're just going to come back the same way we went if you're still there. If you've come out, that's okay. That's absolutely fine. The body needs to learn. So bringing the hands back into prayer. And this time we'll bring the foot forward. And then we'll just stretch it out. And then we'll bring it down. And then we'll just let go. So if you need to just walk a little bit just to shake that leg and do so. And then we're going to do the tree pose on the other side now. So coming grounded onto your right foot. So feeling all the corners of your feet and bringing your hands onto the hips. So come on the tip of your toes of the left foot, opening the knee to the side. And again, just making sure you haven't gone to the side and your hips are square. So you can stay here, again, standing in all the corners of the right foot. So this is your pose. You can just stay here. If you want, you can bring your hands into prayer and spend the whole time here. And you can just lift one toe and then up. And then if you need to bring it back down, just bring it back down, barely off the floor, just making sure you don't fall off. And if you feel that your balance is okay today, then bring that foot bring the left foot against the right leg somewhere that's comfortable. And then fixing on that point. So you might be the same point or another point. And if you're happy here, you can lift your arms up. Again, exhaling the shoulders down. And you can also open the arms, feeling like the branches of a tree, of the solid oak tree, and feeling nourishment going through your body into the leaves of the tree. So whatever happens, the oak tree is solid. That's the feeling we're trying to cultivate. And then bringing the hands back. So, and well, you could have looked at, you could look at the ceiling if you like first, and then coming back with the same steps. And then we just bring the foot, the leg, the left leg up, outstretch that foot a little bit, and then come back, and then relax. So now just shake your legs a little bit if you need to. And then we're going to come down to relax. So we will have our final relaxation. So coming down into a sitting pose, into a lying down pose, into the Shavasana pose or the corpse pose as we started. So I will instruct while I'm sitting, but make yourself comfortable. If you've got a blanket around you, you can, if you need to put on your jumper, just make sure you're warm enough for this bit. And really just letting our body absorb what we have just done. So taking a few moments to relax on the floor and really letting your body sink into the floor. So let your arms relax by the side, a little bit of room between the arms and the armpits. And closing the eyes and letting the feet do what they want to do. A little bit of room between the legs, just separate the legs a little bit. And then letting go completely. Close your eyes if that's comfortable. If this is not comfortable for you, you can do the relaxation in a chair. Or if you want, you can also bend your knees while you're lying down, whatever feels good. So the idea is to remain still for the rest of the practice, for the relaxation practice. When the body is still, the mind is still. So taking a few seconds to just let go of any itches and, any movement that you need to make, just go for it. And then relaxing. So you will mentally repeat after me. I relax my feet. I relax my feet. My feet are relaxed. I relax my ankles. I relax my ankles. My ankles are relaxed. I relax my shins and calves. I relax my shins and calves. My shins and calves are relaxed. I relax my knees and kneecaps. I relax my knees and kneecaps. My knees and kneecaps are relaxed. I relax my thighs. I relax my thighs. My thighs are relaxed. I relax my hips and buttocks. I relax my hips and buttocks. My hips and buttocks are relaxed. My lower body is relaxed. My lower body is relaxed. My lower body is completely relaxed. I relax my lower back, middle back, upper back, lower back, middle back, and upper back are relaxed. My entire back is relaxed. My entire back is completely relaxed. I relax my abdomen, my chest. I relax my abdomen and chest. Abdomen and chest are relaxed. I relax my fingers, my thumbs, the second finger, third, fourth, and fifth. My fingers are relaxed. My fingers are relaxed. I relax the back of my hands. I relax the back of my hands. The back of my hands are relaxed. I relax the palms of my hands. I relax the palms of my hands. The palms of my hands are relaxed. I relax my wrists and forearms. I relax my wrists and forearms. My wrists and forearms are relaxed. I relax my elbows and upper arms. I relax my elbows and upper arms. Elbows and upper arms are relaxed. I relax my shoulders and shoulder blades. I relax my shoulders and shoulder blades. My shoulders and shoulder blades are relaxed. My upper body is relaxed. My upper body is relaxed. My upper body is completely relaxed on the floor. I relax my neck. I relax my neck. My neck is relaxed. I relax my jaw, my teeth, my tongue, releasing the tongue from the upper palate and leaving a little bit of room between the teeth. So I relax my tongue, teeth, and jaw. Tongue, teeth, and jaw are relaxed. I relax my lips, lower lips, upper lips. Lower lips, upper lips are relaxed. I relax my chin. I relax my chin. My chin is relaxed. I relax my cheeks. I relax my cheeks. My cheeks are relaxed. I relax my nose and nostrils. Nose and nostrils are relaxed. I relax my cheeks. I relax my cheeks. My cheeks are relaxed. I relax my eyes, eyeballs, eyelids, eyelashes. Eyeballs, eyelids, eyelashes are relaxed. Releasing the forehead. I relax the forehead. Letting go of any creases, I relax the forehead. The forehead is relaxed. I relax my head. I relax my head. And I relax my head. My neck and head and face are relaxed. Neck, face and head are completely relaxed. My whole body is relaxed. My whole body is completely relaxed on the floor. Experiencing that feeling of complete letting go and being supported by the ground. So you let go and you feel supported by the ground. So now bringing your attention to the point between the eyebrows and leaving your attention there. And imagining a lake, a nice calm lake. Visualize the sun and the sky nourishing every cell in your body. The sun is warming your body, providing every nourishment that it needs. And you're feeling the sensation of a slight, very pleasant breeze as well on your skin. You can smell the pine needles from the pine trees around. And the blue sky. And that sense of feeling completely at peace, completely content, completely secure on the ground. And staying here with this feeling of feeling grounded and content for a few seconds. So with every breath, taking in energy, nourishment, and letting out any negativity, anything that doesn't serve you. Inhaling positivity, health, vitality. Exhaling negativity, lethargy. So, a couple more breaths. And now bring your attention to where you are lying down on the floor. And listening to any sound in the background that you can hear. And a little bit of sound in the distance. A little bit of sound around the rest of the house. And now a little bit of sound in the room where you're at. And then your own sound, perhaps just a sound that links us to the universe. And then slowly waking up the body, making a little bit of movements with the arms, with the hands, slowly. And gently coming onto the side. If you can keep your eyes closed, keep your eyes closed. Coming up, slowly taking your time. And just slowly coming up. And we will finish as we started. So bringing your hands into a comfortable position, so either on your knees, on your lap, or into prayer, wherever you feel comfortable and happy. And we're going to, before we chant Om, we'll just bring back our intention of us feeling secure, grounded, yet the flexibility to adjust. So we will chant Om 3 times, and then I will chant the Sanskrit prayer, and then we will chant the English bit together. So inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling. Sarvesham swastir bhavatu, sarvesham shantir bhavatu, sarvesham purnam bhavatu, sarvesham mangalam bhavatu, sarve bhavantu sukhinah, sarve santu niramaya, sarve bhadrani pashyantu ma kakshit dukhabhat bhavet. The English version is in the chat section, and you can chant with me. So it translates as this: auspiciousness be unto all, perfect peace be unto all, fullness be unto all, prosperity be unto all, happiness be unto all, perfect health be unto all. May all see good in everyone. May all be free from suffering. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Peace Peace Peace. Bringing your hands at the heart center if it's not yet, for the purity of the heart. Bringing your hands to your mouth for the clarity and the purity of the speech. And bringing your hands to your forehead for the clarity and the peace of the mind. Thank you very much for joining me today. And